everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here with another plan with me, and we're actually gonna just finish out planning for the month of May. That's what I think we're gonna do. I said in my the reveal video, I didn't know if I was gonna be back later this week to film another one of these. I'm going to, just because I love to tell the stories. Okay, we have stories. I ended everything kind of on a cliffhanger in my latest video, or in the last video. So I just want to continue it on. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to lay out for the rest of May. And we're just going to kind of do this systematically. My dogs are barking upstairs. Don't know why. We didn't realize when we moved into this house how echoey this filming room was going to be, in terms of like what I can hear upstairs. And so, yeah, it's kind of making filming adventures just a little bit interesting. However, I have never shied away from the fact that this is real life, and we're going to just fix it as we move along. We'll figure things out. We'll figure things out. All right, so I left on a cliffhanger. I'm just gonna kind of go through. I'm gonna lay down all the washi. I'm gonna kind of do this just systematically. I'm not going to lay down any scripts. I'm not going to lay down any date dots at this point. At least I don't think date dots. I might do date dots just to keep myself straight. But at least for this, I'm going to just kind of do this systematically, and we're just going to go through it so I can tell the story. And that way, hopefully my brain focuses more on the story instead of going, oh crap, what the heck am I doing, and trying to figure everything out. Okay, sound cool? All right, awesome. So in my last video, I ended on the notion that we were like newbies and we were scrambling. Okay, they had packed us out on the 22nd and the 23rd, and by that weekend we were pretty just like, okay, whatever. And I totally forgot to mention how we had to scramble, and this is not our first move. So our very first military move, our very first one where we had movers pack us out and stuff, was when my husband was deployed way back when, in 2007. I had a 6-month-old at home. He was deployed. I don't remember getting this move situated, but apparently I did. And I remember scrambling. I didn't know what to expect. My house was not ready for it. Like, I just did not know what I was doing, right? Fast forward 20 years later, and my husband got this move. He's actually been the one to get the move started. I'm the one that actually coordinates with the moving company and telling them what they need, you know, what needs to go, what doesn't need to go, where's what, things like that, right? So 20 years later, he gets the move scheduled and stuff, and he's kind of taking on that role and everything. And normally we would have been packed the night before, but they told us that instead of them being here at 8 o'clock in the morning, you know, between 8 and noon, they were going to be here between 9 and noon. So past experience has always been that they've never come at the very first time, and I've never had movers come early. There's a first time for everything, you guys. First time for everything. And that was a rookie mistake. Me assuming that they weren't going to come early and not be, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just pack in the morning. It'll be fine because I've got a couple of hours. Yeah, we slept in a little bit that day because once again, they said they were going to be there between 8 and, they said they were going to be there between 8 and noon. Or not 8 and noon, 9 and noon. Yeah. 8:15 rolls around and they are ringing our doorbell. And we had already been up for a little bit. My husband had already been cooking breakfast. So we had that going, but I hadn't yet gotten to the point of finishing packing. I had started packing, I just hadn't finished it yet. We scrambled because the dogs were like chasing the door. We hadn't yet got the dogs over into the back room. So we had a back room that we had completely cleaned out already, and that we were using as storage for the things that we were going to take. Ooh, I put those too far down. I'm like, that looks a little weird. We had one of the back rooms already cleaned out so that we could put all of the stuff that we didn't need them to take that we were going to need when we got to our next location. Like, that was not a newbie mistake, right? That wasn't a rookie mistake. I learned that from the very first move. Luckily, the very first move was a local one, so they packed us up, and like that same day they came and put everything into the house. However, I didn't know where anything was because, like I said, my house was not organized. I was young. I had no idea what I was getting into. My parents just kind of stood around, didn't know what they were doing either. So, you know, it was a cluster. It was a cluster. Very first move, husband deployed, it was a cluster. I learned from that one to have a staging room, to have all of your stuff over there, what you're going to need, regardless of if it's a local move or not, right? So, that wasn't the rookie mistake that we made. We made sure that that was good and ready to go. Rookie mistake came in by me not being packed the night before. So I literally was running around. Mind you, I'd already had the kids' stuff, and I told the kids exactly what they needed, okay? Exactly what they needed to get us through for five days, okay? And when I tell you by day 3, they were like, I'm out of underwear, I'm not kidding. I had made a post in the Facebook group that talked about this whole endeavor and like some key takeaways. And literally, I was like, we had to go buy underwear for the kids because clearly me saying 5 underwears somehow registered to only 3 or 4. And I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, so that was another rookie mistake because I should have verified. I should have told them to bring it and I should have counted it out. We've done that numerous times where I've counted it out. So that way that I could count, be like, okay, you have 1 on your body and you have 5 more. So technically you have 6 pairs of underwear, right? Yeah, I didn't verify any of that. So we'd gotten stuff into the, we got stuff into the suitcases. And then, like I said, the doorbell rings and we went into scramble mode. I had to hurry and get everything for myself, my husband. I had to scramble the kids. We had to scramble with the dogs to the back room to lock them back there because they were going banana cakes because there was people here. Oh my gosh, there was people here. So that was chaotic. Getting everything. Mind you, I ate a very, very cold breakfast that morning. It was like 3 hours before I even got to my breakfast because one of the guys started in the kitchen and I had to be like, okay, don't take anything off the center island. And we had to put stuff that we needed because we hadn't even pulled out what we wanted from our kitchen to that back room. Once again, I say, with 20 years later, and you would have thought we would have been newbies. And so I was chaotically going through and being like, don't pack that, put that on the center island, we're gonna need that. And we still forgot stuff. Oh my gosh, we still forgot stuff. And it was chaotic. It was so chaotic. And even after that first day, we were like, yeah, we're newbies. We are newbies at this one. And that's really honestly what I felt like. So, but I mean, they were wonderful. There was 4, like I said, there was 4 of them there. They, what color do I want to use? I'm kind of feeling this color. This color is what I want to use. So they were, like I said, they were really great. They got everything going. We got the kids situated in the back room so that they could, you know, play the video games that they wanted to play. They were with the animals. We had to go through and put Post-it notes on doors of being like, don't pack this one, because we hadn't gotten stuff out. We were like, well, we'll just take it with us and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, right? Yeah, it was chaotic. It was just was just a chaotic event, you guys. I mean, I don't know what else to really say. It was just chaotic. But we managed to get through it. They, you know, packed up everything, got stuff. In the whole mode of scrambling, we had a whole bunch of keys up in our tea cabinet. And all of a sudden we were like, crap, we need those keys. And we were like, oh no, where did you put? They're like, oh no, your keys are right over here. We know not to touch that stuff. I was like, you guys are amazing. Like, seriously, I really thought we were newbies. Just newbies. So, all of that. So we go to rent the U-Haul. Okay, you ready for another next newbie rookie mistake? To go do the U-Haul. I wanted to get the bigger one. Okay, just because I knew that there was going to be stuff that we were going to have to take, and everything. And based on our last move, we had so much room left over. Granted, we got the biggest one, so we probably should have just downed one instead of two. But we did have to, whatchamacallit, go with a, we had to do a trailer, or a dolly, a tow dolly. Jeez, I can't even think of what the name is. A tow dolly for the car, because obviously we're taking a U-Haul and needed to be able to take our car with. But we went with like a 15-footer. Yeah, guys, that wasn't big enough. We were stuffing things in places everywhere. Once again, rookie mistake. You would have thought we were rookies. We ended up leaving some things back there, which is fine because our house is just only up for sale. So, I'll be making another trip back down there to check on everything, do all that stuff, right? So, but once again, like I said, rookie mistake. And we left a whole bunch of stuff back there. We threw a whole bunch of stuff away. And yeah, it just really was a chaotic mess. I mean, I don't know if there could be anything more chaotic than that. So yeah, but we get the U-Haul. We have people come over and help us get the two heavy things that we needed to get in, which was my printer, the printer that prints the planners, and the guillotine cutter. And they got those in, and they were some of the very last things to like go in. I mean, we made pretty quick work of it. I mean, a lot of stuff. We ended up not taking down any of the shelves. We ended up putting the shelves on there so that we could stack all the inventory on there and then strap it down. That actually worked out to our advantage really, really well. And stuff. But they deadlifted. They deadlifted my printer, and I was like, ugh. Yeah, I was so scared. But when we get to the new place, what they did with my printer, I wasn't exactly thrilled. Luckily, they didn't hurt anything, but deadlifting was much better than strapping it on a dolly and tipping it. Oh my gosh, that could have been so bad. Like I said, chaotic rookie mistakes. And who would have thought that our very last military move would have been so riddled with so many rookie mistakes? So many rookie mistakes. I mean, even to the point where when we packed the car up and we had the snacks, we couldn't even reach the snacks. I'm like, what the heck are we doing? We are like failing at this like hardcore. Like, we don't know what the heck we're doing. We are just failing at it. And yeah, I'm so serious, guys. It was so absurd. It was so absurd. It was so hilarious, but it was so absurd of how ridiculous this all was. So we end up, so I'll tell you about the travel days, because who cares about cleaning a house? I mean, let's just say that cleaning a house on move out is absolutely atrocious. But because they packed us out, it doesn't matter how clean your house is to begin with. Cleaning a house, moving out just sucks. Because you just don't want to do, you just want to move on to your next place. That's all you want to do. But we, you know, because they got done so early, we were able, instead of having to clean in like a day and a half, we were able to clean in 2.5 days. So that actually made things so much easier on us. I mean, towards the end, it got still a little chaotic, but nothing crazy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's go with the yellow on this one. So we had a bunch of time. I'm not gonna really talk about the cleaning process because it was cleaning a house, it was sweeping, it was dusting, it was Windex, it was mopping, you know, nothing fun. It was getting the outside also prepped up. We had some, you know, get the outside looking a little bit nicer, all of those things. So we pick up U-Haul on Monday. Like I said, the weekend was just filled with cleaning. Pick up U-Haul, load it up. We go to get ready. We got up at like 3:30 in the morning. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you about the disaster, about the cluster aspect of the inflatable beds. Because they packed our beds, we had no beds to sleep on. So we had air mattresses. And these were air mattresses that we'd had from San Antonio. We slept on them when we moved to Harlingen. We slept on them when we moved from Harlingen up to Bay City. So like they've seen a couple of things, right? All right, let's see. Started with yellow there, started there. Okay, so let's just start with blue here. So last year, when my mom came down to visit, we didn't have an actual bed like we had in the past. We'd actually gotten rid of it. Like the mattress had busted, like it was an old spring mattress, and just, its time was shot. After so many kids jumping on it and years of having it, it was shot, right? So we end up investing in this inflatable bed that like you can zip up, you open it up, you plug it in, it's got a built-in pump, it pumps it out, it stretches it out, and it's also elevated, right? My mom loved it. She loved sleeping on it, and I was like, cool, this should be really, really good for like when we have to move. So we got that situated. The kids we had one bed that just like deflated on us and we didn't know why. Come to find out, the reason why it deflated is because one of the kids didn't plug it in all the way. And so it just slowly leaked air all night, which was so lovely. Let me tell you that one. That was just amazing. But anyways, we're sleeping on the air mattress. And I want to say this was Saturday night. Yeah, it was Saturday night. And we kept like falling into the center, both my husband and I. So the kids were on the other air mattresses. My husband and I were on this bougie mattress. And it kept like he would move and then all of a sudden I'd feel the bars. And I'm like, what is going on? So when we got up that morning, one of the kids was like, Mom, you got a really big hole in your mattress. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, come take a look. And so we went and took a look, and sure enough, huge hole in the mattress. I'm like, well, that explains why it was such a crappy night's sleep and stuff. So then we were like, well, let's see if we can fix the other mattress. We get it blown up and it didn't deflate. So we were there. Okay. Deflating mattresses and stuff, like, just not good, especially when you're older and your body just doesn't want to work for you in all the ways that it's supposed to work. Yeah, it just was not fun. But yeah, so we had that endeavor. So the last night, so that Monday night, that was our last night there, and we or sleeping. I don't know if it was too cold. It probably was too cold because that room always gets really cold. We couldn't sleep. So we ended up getting up at like 3:30 in the morning. Okay, this is Tuesday morning, the day that we plan on leaving. And we start packing everything up, and we're like shoving things into places because we have no more room in the U-Haul, and getting everything taken care of and all that jazz, right? So, let's see, deciding between this color or the green color. I think I'm gonna go with this color. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this color. So, you know, just trying to figure everything out and stuff. And it just, like I said, it was chaotic getting there. Our goal, well, my internal goal was wanting to be on the road by no later than 4:30, 5 o'clock. That did not happen because there was just so much chaos going on and things not working the way that they were supposed to. We ended up leaving at 5:30, which was still actually a really great time to leave, right? It was not a bad time to leave. We thought, okay, because at the very latest, it was like we have to be on the road by 5:30, so that way we're up in Houston by 7. You know, like that way we're like in the middle of Houston at 7 before everybody starts getting on the roads. Yeah, Houston was like, hold my beer, watch this. Literally, you guys. I'm not kidding. Because major accident happens. Major accident happens. That shut down the highway in 2 lanes, and it put us almost an hour and a half behind our scheduled arrival time here in Springfield. Oh, it was oh my gosh. Just annoying. Just absolutely annoying, okay? So we're getting through all of that and everything, and the drive is just, you know, we're gonna make it a one-shot through. It was 11 hours and something minutes to get from where we were at to, you know, from the front door of our house in Bay City to the front door of our house in Springfield. It was crazy. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. Like when we would stop, like the dogs had to use the bathroom. So we accounted for all of those things obviously going to be happening. But it was so chaotic, that drive, in like the ways that we just were like, we are such rookies. We have no idea what we're doing here. So, you know, we only had to make 3 stops for gas, which was nice. The toll road attendant in Oklahoma was hilarious. He told us when we pulled up, he told us a joke. I was like, hi, how are you doing today? He's like, I'm a little melancholy. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He's like, well, my body's not there, sticker. My body's in the shape of a melon and my face looks like a collie. Oh my gosh. I was so delirious at that point that I could not contain my laughter. And stuff. And my husband was behind us, you know, about 45 minutes behind us. Because he said, just go on past because I'm slowing you down. Because he had to obviously drive slower than we could. Because he's towing something and driving a big old U-Haul. So I tell him when he gets to the attendant in Oklahoma, you know, be like, oh, you're looking a little melancholy today, you know, and joke around with him. And they sat there and joked, and he's like, this is the best thing ever. Yeah, so we got a little delirious on our ride over, just a little, not too much. Okay, let's go back to here. We're gonna finish this out. Let's see what we got here. Okay, perfect. We're gonna do these. So yeah, we got truck drivers to honk their horns. Out of nowhere, our dogs just started whining because they needed to use the restroom, even though they had used it like 2 hours before. So that was annoying. We had to make a quick pit stop and stuff. And yeah, we just chaotic. And then we get here. So it took us almost 14 hours to get here. And we had already reached out to some of our local church members to see if any of them could help us unload just the 2 heavy items. We didn't really want to unload the entire U-Haul the same day, but they, you know, they met us there. They helped us get the car unloaded and the dog stuff in so that the dogs could, let's see, I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. Okay, so I've got more room. I'm going to do these guys. That's what I think I'm going to do. I want to do these guys. So they helped us unload the van, get all the dogs out into the house and everything. And then my husband pulled up with the U-Haul and we're like, we only need your help to unload just a couple of items. They're like, we have everybody here. When I say that we only reached out to get like a couple of people, are like, we only need like 3 or 4 strong guys. Like that's all we need. They showed up with 6, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 6 strong guys. A couple of wives showed up and then a whole bunch of youth people showed up. We had that U-Haul unpacked in like an hour. It was absolutely insane. I was like, holy cow, what just happened? I didn't know what happened. I honestly really don't know what happened. It just like all of a sudden happened. And the U-Haul was emptied and we were like, well, thank you, you guys. This is, you know, rather amazing thing. Thank you so much. Like they were super helpful. They were so willing to be helpful. That's the other thing. They were so willing to be helpful. They weren't like, oh yeah, we'll just get your couple of things off and then, you know, you can be on your merry way. They literally were like, nope, we're here until it gets done. So that was really exciting and kind of in the grand scheme of everything, made everything so much better and stuff. But yeah, they helped us unload, which made the next couple of days of getting the office set up so much easier. Because remember, you're going to be back in the office full time come Monday, April 3rd, which was our birthday. Yeah, I'm trying to finish up here real quick. I don't have much left to do. And I'm trying to ensure that I remember everything that I'm supposed to see. So, but yeah, they really did help out. And it made things so much easier when we had to return the U-Haul the next day. And just kind of made so while all the rookie mistakes happened down in Bay City, once we got here, there were not very many rookie mistakes. We did start setting things up in areas for the office, and I was like, nope, you're not gonna like me, we have to change this up. So, you know, my kids were like, oh, Mom, you're the worst. And I was like, oh, kids, I know. So, you know, those types of things. Let's see, what color don't we have here? Okay. So yeah, I mean, overall, you guys, it was a relatively easy move and stuff, and everything is so close here. Oh my gosh, everything is so close. It is absolute. Seriously, guys, I have a Sam's Club and a Walmart right down the street from me, literally 5 minutes away. Like, it is not. We went to the mall. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the last time I went to a mall. It had to have been in San Antonio. It really did have to be in San Antonio, because I really don't remember the last time I was at a mall. I know we never went to, oh no, we did go to the mall down in Brownsville, but that was my husband and I when we had went on a little date. We went down there. We were going to go to some batting cages. Turns out those batting cages were closed and nobody updated the website. So yeah, anyways, we went to the mall down there and walked the mall, but the mall is super close, which is crazy to me. I don't know how quite to feel about a mall being so close because I haven't had that in forever. Target is super close. The Target here, super crazy. The Target here has an Ulta inside of it. I've never seen that. Like, I've been removed from civilization, you guys. So these things are like, what? Yeah. So Target is super nearby. Costco is on the other side of the city. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's on the other side of the city and it takes me 20 minutes to get there. I know, it's a really long time, isn't it? Like, that's a really long time to spend to get to a Costco. No, everything is super, super close by. So I'm actually really thrilled and excited about that. We've already gone on some car rides to go pick up stuff because, you know, why not shop Facebook Marketplace when you can to get, you know, shelves and things and stuff. And we had to drive out to the country, and it was actually, because we didn't have a dining room table. We haven't had a dining room table since, well, we had one when we were in Harlingen, but we had no place to set it up. So technically we haven't had a dining room table since San Antonio and stuff. And so we had to buy a new dining room table, and we had to drive out to the country to get it. And yeah, that was a drive, but it was like 35 minutes. So when I say everything is really, really close by, it is super close by. So I'm really, really excited for that. Just gonna mean more opportunities for the kiddos and everything. And the area that we live in right now is really awesome. We get deer that run through our neighborhood. So can't complain about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just finishing up right here. So that has been kind of everything with the move. I mean, if I think of anything else, I mean, I'll obviously mention it in next videos and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't recall that I'm forgetting anything and stuff. A long drive. Kids did great. Animals. Oh, the cat only threw up once. I'm so proud of her. She's the cat that gets car sick real easily. So she only threw up once, which was really, really great. And it was early on. So I'm very, very thankful for that. So, all right, we are done planning for me and my health and fitness planner. So you guys saw this one earlier in the week, and now we have this week, and we have this week, and we have this week, and I'm excited. So, all right, you guys, if you want the monthly functional sub, make sure you grab it before the 24th. And I will be back with another video, and I will talk about some of the shenanigans we've done since we've been here. And splayed starfish. It happened to Steve. That's his new superhero name. We're going to talk about it. But first, in order for me to do that, I have to go get some action figures. All right, you guys, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye now.